Hello everyone, this is Heading Tian. Today, let's learn 1.5 solving quadratic equations using quadratic formula. We have learned so many ways to solve for the x in the equation, and this one we need to use the quadratic formula. First, let's see the standard form of the quadratic equation. It is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. First, we need to identify what is a, what is b, what is c. For example, if I have a equation which is 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 equals 0, a is 3, b is negative 2, because you see here plus b. So if here we have minus 2x, the b is negative 2. C is negative 1. Second step, use the quadratic formula to find the x. The quadratic formula is a fraction, big fraction. On the top is negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. First step, we find the ABC. And second step, we just write down the quadratic formula and plug in the next step, plug in all the ABC's value. We can find we can find the x. So let's use the formula to find the x. For example, if I have the quadratic equation 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 equals 0, the a is 3, b is negative 2, c is negative 1. Let's plug in all the ABC's value in the quadratic formula. So x equals negative is negative 2 plus or minus square root of b squared. B is negative 2, so we must use a parentheses contain the negative b's value. Negative 2 squared minus 4ac. 4 times a is 3, c is negative 1, all divided by 2a. 2 times 3. Let's simplify the expression. Negative is positive. We have 2. Plus or minus, in the radical sign, we have, change another color. So this part is negative 2 squared is negative 2 times negative 2. That's 4. Minus negative, so that's positive, plus 12. And at the bottom, it is 6. Let's continue to simplify the expression. So 2 plus or minus, in the square root, we have 4 plus 12. That's 16 over 6. Square root of 16, that's 4. So we have 2 plus or minus 4 over 6. We have two values for the x. The first case, if we have the positive, so 2 plus 4 over 6, that is 6 over 6, that is 1. Second, x equals 2 minus 4 over 6. The top, the numerator, the top is negative 2. Negative 2 over 6 is negative 1 over 3. So here, it's negative 1 over 3. We have two solutions. Let's use the quadratic formula to solve the following equations. I have so many examples here. Maybe we need some more space here. Okay, here they need more. Maybe we adjust that later. Okay, let's see. First step, we identify the ABC. The A is 2, B is 4, C is 1. Quadratic equation, the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. Then we put all the ABC's value in the formula. Negative b for negative, that's negative 4, plus or minus square root of b squared, that's 4 squared, that's 16, minus 4ac, 4 times a is 2, c is 1. The bottom is 2a, 2 times a, 2 times 2, that's 4. X equals negative 4 plus or minus square root of, so this part is 8. So 16 minus 8, that's 8. We put 8 here. Over 4. What is the square root of 8? We know that square root of 8 equals 4 times 2. And 4 is 2 squared times 2. So we know we can split the two factors, 2 squared times square root of 2. And the square root, the square canceled. We have 2 square root of 2. So by the simplification, we get negative 4 plus or minus 2 square root of 2 over 4. Since the top, we have 4, we have 2, and bottom we have 4. They are all even number. We can divide it by 2 from all the 3 elements. So we divide it by 2. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. And plus or minus 2 divided by 2 is 1. So square root of 2. The denominator is 2. We have 2 solutions. The first one is negative 2 plus square root of 2 over 2. Second one is negative 2 minus square root of 2 over 2. Let's see. Let's see next example. Let's identify what is ABC. Is this one the form of the ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0? No, the right-hand side is not 0. That means we need to move the 1 to the left-hand side. We can subtract the 1 both sides. We have 2x squared minus 2x minus 1 equals negative 1. Then, oh, no negative 1 on the right-hand side because we subtract 1 both sides. We have 0 on the right-hand side. Then we can use the quadratic equation. Let's identify the ABC. A is 2, B is negative 2, C is negative 1. And the quadratic equation, A equals the tops, they are negative B, so negative 2, plus or minus b squared, that's negative 2 squared, minus 4ac, 4 times 2 times negative 1, divided by 2a, 2 times 2, x equals negative, negative, positive. That's 2 plus or minus square root of negative 2 squared is 4, minus negative, positive. So plus 8 divided by 4, x equals 2 plus or minus square root of 12 over 4. What is square root of 12? It is square root of, so I know that it is 4 times 3 equals 12. That is square root of 4 times square root of 3. Square root of 4 is 2, 2 square root of 3. So x equals 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 3 over 4. We can divide it by 2, top and bottom. So the x equals 1 plus or minus square root of 3 over 2. We have 2 solutions. The first one is 1 plus square root of 3 over 2. Another one is 1 minus square root of 3 over 2. Okay, let's move on. Next example, Is this the standard form, the ABC? Oh, sorry, ax squared plus bx plus c, they are on the left-hand side and the right-hand side 0? No, because the right-hand side is 10. So we need to subtract the 10x from both sides, or you can move the 10x to another side by changing the sign. Now 10x is positive. When we moving it, it becomes negative. So x squared plus 18 minus 10x equals 0. Is this the standard form? The standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. No, the middle term must be the bx. Now the middle term is 18. We need to switch the position of these two. So we have x squared minus 10x plus 18 equals 0. Now we identify the ABC. Let's save some space. I can put the ABC here. A equals, let's use different color. Let's try the red. A equals 1, B equals -10, C equals 18. Then we are using quadratic formula. X equals -b is -10, plus or minus b squared, that's -10 squared, minus 4ac, 4 times 1 times 18. The denominator is 2a, 2 times 1 is 2. Let's simplify the expression. We have -10 is +10, plus or minus square root of -10 squared, that's 100, minus 14 times 1 times 18. What is 4 times 18? That's 72 over 2. X equals 10 plus or minus 100 minus 72, that's 28. So how to simplify the 28? We know that square root of 28 equals 4 times 7, and 4 is 2 squared. So this one equals 2 times square root 7. X equals 10 plus or minus 2 square root of 7 over 2. Then we can divide it by 2, the numerator and denominator, or I say the tops and bottoms, all divided by 2. So 10 divided by 2, we have 5. And 2 divided by 2, we have just the square root of 7 here. And the denominator is 2 divided by 2, that's 1. We don't need to put the 1 there. So the solution is 5 plus or minus square root of 7. And next one, let's see, is this the standard order, the descending order, the k, ax squared goes first? Yes, it is. And they change the variable to the k. So we use the same method to solve the this quadratic equation. So what is the a now? Let's use different color. A equals 4, B equals 4, and C equals -1. I can't say this is x because they changed the variable to k. So k equals -b. So -4 plus or minus square root of b squared, that's 4 squared, minus 4ac, minus 4 times -1, all divided by 2a, 2 times 4. And simplify the expression, k equals -4 plus or minus 16, 4 squared, that's 16. And negative, that's positive. So we have plus 18, plus 16 divided by 8. So k equals -4 plus or minus square root of 32 over 8. what is square root of 32? I know that 32 equals 16 times 2. And 16, that's 4 squared. So we have 4 times square root of 2. Then k equals -4 plus or minus 4 square root of 2 over 8. Then we divided the top and bottom by 4 common divisor, or that's the greatest common divisor. So -4 divided by 4, that's -1. And 4 divided by 4, that's 1. So plus or minus square root of 2. The 8 divided by 4, that's 2. So we have two solutions. K equals -1 plus or minus square root of 2 over 2. Oh, if I put them in the set notation, I must separate all the elements. So first I put 1 plus square root of 2 over 2. Second one, I put -1 minus square root of 2 over 2. Okay, let's move on to see next two examples. I need more space. Let's put some space here. It's not moving. Let me see. Drag this away. Oh, it doesn't work. I think the space is not enough. Let's see how to move this part away. Drag it. I think that works. Yes, I have more space now. Let's find what is the ABC. Are they all on one side of the equation? The number 23, yes, the three terms, they are on one side of the equation. So let's identify the ABC. A is 1, B is -6, C is 14. And the quadratic equation R equals negative B. B is -6, so -6, plus or minus square root of B squared, that's -6 squared, minus 4AC, 4 times 1 times 14, all divided by 2A, 2 times 1. Let's simplify the expression. We have negative, positive 6, plus or minus square root of -6 squared, that's 36, minus 4 times 1 times 14. So what is 14 times 4, or 4 times 14? That's 56. 56, all divided by 2. And 6 plus or minus, what is 36 minus 56? That's -20 over 2. Now we see this is not a real number. This is a complex number. It has the imaginary number I part. So R equals, so what is square root of 20? Let's find the square root of -20 first. We can break down the -20 into 20 and -1. So we have square root of 20 and times I. And 20 equals 4 times 5. So we have 2 square root of 5I. So we have 6 plus or minus 2 square root of 5I over 2. So we divided by 2 all of the terms here. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we have the square root of 5 left, I. The bottom 2 over 2 is 1. So R equals 3 plus or minus square root of 5, I. Let's see, next one, number 25. Number 25, are they all on one side of the equation? No. So we need to add 7 both sides. We have 4x squared minus 4x plus 7 equals 0. So A equals 4, B equals -4. c equals 7, and quadratic equation x equals negative b. Oh, sorry, negative 4. Plus or minus b squared. B squared is negative 4 squared minus 4ac minus 4 times 4 times c. C is 7 over 2a, 2 times 4. X equals negative is positive 4 plus or minus square root of negative 4 squared, that's positive 16, because negative times negative positive, minus 4 times 4 times 7. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 7. Let's see, what are they? What is that? 112. 112 over 8. X equals 4 plus or minus square root of 96, because we know that square root of we know that 16 minus 112, that is 96 over 8. Can we simplify the square root of 96? Oh, don't forget, it's positive or negative? Negative, because 16 is small. Okay, don't make the mistake, same mistake. Let's simplify negative 96. So 96 equals 96 times negative 1. And 96 also equals 16 times 6. So let's get rid of the negative part. So we have square root of 4 squared, that's the 16, times 6 times I. So we can bring out the 4 from the radical sign. We have 4 square root of 6 I. So let's plug in the formula. So 4 plus or minus 4 square root of 6i over 8. So we can divide it by 2. Divided by 4, top and bottom. That's a greatest common divisor. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. Plus or minus 4 divided by 4. Square root of 6i. 8 divided by 4, that's 2. So this is a solution. You put them in a set notation. It's 1 plus square root of 6i over 2. Another one is 1 minus square root of 6i over 2. So we're done for this video. Let's see next video. I hope you are prepared for the next one. So next one, it's a little bit harder, but I know you can do that. Okay, see you next video. Bye.